Big time news dropped last night for the University of Texas. Really, the news is big for every university within the state of Texas. But for the Longhorns, the news is absolutely massive. And we're talking about it today here on YouTube. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is BK Brad Kellner. Appreciate you stopping by. If you're old here, appreciate you stopping by. My name is still BK Brad Kellner. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June 15th, 2021. And news dropped last night. Governor Greg Abbott on Monday officially signed a Senate bill that will allow college athletes in the state of Texas to earn compensation for use of their name, image, and likeness starting on July 1st. That's 2 weeks from Thursday. Texas became the 19th state in the union to pass this landmark legislation, but only 6 of the states will enact this law on July 1st. The other states are either January 1, 2022. Some of them are 2023. Some of them, I think New Jersey, won't enact this law until 2025. But not only did Governor Abbott sign this law last night, this law is actually going to go into play on July 1st. Once again, 2 weeks from Thursday, and this is absolutely massive for the future of the University of Texas athletic departments. By the way, before we get started, please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Hit that little notification bell as well so you always know whenever I release new content. We did a live stream last night, answered some questions, and talked about Texas baseball, making it to Omaha, talked about Texas football, the big recruiting weekend that Sark and company just had, and a lot more as well. So check out that video if you missed it, but please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss anything else moving forward. And I want to give some love to today's video sponsor, Last Stand Hats. You see the discount code scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Use code BK10 at checkout for 10% off your purchase of any Last Stand hats. The best damn UT hats in all of the land. So that news dropped last night around 9 o'clock. And guys, within 20 minutes, Chris Del Conte released a statement on behalf of Texas athletics saying, quote, "I want to reassure and remind Longhorn Nation that we are prepared and have been actively engaging our student athletes and staff for this new era of college athletics. With our Leverage initiative, a part of the Forever Texas program, our student athletes have access to first-in-class resources and education on personal branding and brand management, business formation and entrepreneurship, opportunity management, and financial literacy. Just as we do in training, developing, and preparing our student athletes for competitions, we're positioning them to handle this new opportunity and flourish off the field as well. At Texas, we say what starts here changes the world. And with this major step in the future of college athletics, we look forward to helping our student athletes continue to do just that," end quote. So guys, within 20 minutes, Chris Del Conte released a statement regarding this news. I haven't seen anything tweeted from Texas A&M. I haven't seen anything tweeted from Texas Tech. None of the other universities in the state of Texas have posted anything or released any kind of statement as of right now. I'm recording this video about 2 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. Texas released a statement within a half an hour of this happening, and this is huge for the University of Texas, guys. We know how big the Longhorn brand is, and this is going to help Texas on the recruiting trail, and this is going to help the student athletes at the University of Texas finally cash in on the hard work that they put in for the University of Texas. I mean, this is long overdue. I've been talking about this on radio for years now, how student athletes need to be able to make money off of their name, image, and likeness. They should. They absolutely should. Vince Young, the guy behind me, how many number 10 burnt orange UT jerseys were in the stands while VY was playing at Texas? Thousands, tens of thousands. And VY couldn't make a dime off of any of those because they didn't have his name on the back. Everybody knew they were Vince Young jerseys, but because the NCAA wouldn't allow you to profit off of name, image, and likeness or anything, Vince Young couldn't make any money during his time at UT. Same with Colt McCoy, same with any big-time athlete. You go TJ Ford with basketball, you can go with anybody in baseball. This is a long overdue change for college athletics, and it's all starting to come together. Once again, 19 states have passed name, image, and likeness bills, and there's a growing pressure for either the NCAA or Congress to enact some sort of national name, image, and likeness law. But that hasn't happened yet. And once again, this Texas state law will go into play on July 1st, 2 weeks from Thursday. So Texas has the opportunity to take advantage of this early, and Texas has the opportunity to take advantage of this before the NCAA or Congress figures out a national rule, which would level the playing field. So a chance for Texas to really, really cash in. And guys, you saw a number. I shouldn't tell you what you saw. If you were on Twitter last night, you saw a number of current Texas athletes taking to social media to post their reactions to the news, and they were pumped. They were pumped. And it wasn't just because, they thought that they had a chance to make some money here. It's because they know that they'll be able to make some money here because Texas got out in front of this thing. They created that leverage program that Chris Del Conte alluded to in his statements last August. So while other schools in the state of Texas and other schools around the country are trying to play catch up, right after state governments say, hey, we're passing this name, image, and likeness bill, that's when most schools are starting their work and trying to come up with a plan for how their student athletes can benefit on these new regulations. Texas has already been working at this for nearly a year, guys. Genius foresight by UT. So the players on the 40 acres, they know that they'll be able to make some money here because their coaches, support staffers, and administration have told them about this plan that Texas has created. Texas already has a leg up by being Texas, right? I mean, this is a global brand. And even though the football team has struggled on the field over the last decade, this athletic department continues to be one of the most successful athletic departments in the country, and it is the most profitable athletic department in the country. So the University of Texas brand holds some weight, but also the fact that UT is in Austin carries a lot of weight too. It's not just a college town, right? We're not talking about Tuscaloosa, Alabama here. We're not talking about Norman, Oklahoma here. We're talking about a major city that's one of the fastest growing cities in the country that has a great economy right now. And oh, by the way, the fact that there wasn't a pro team here until this year really, really helps. And I know Austin FC is doing great. They're off to a great start. The city loves the team, but they don't carry the same weight around here that the University of Texas does. I'm not breaking any news right there. So Texas already has a leg up because of all of that stuff. And the fact that UT has been working on this for nearly a year with that leverage program that they created or at least announced last August gives them another leg up. They're going to be ready for this. Matter of fact, there have been a couple of big recruiting weekends here in the month of June, including one that just took place this past weekend with Arch Manning and 10 of the top 50 players for the class of 2023 in town. Texas was talking about their leverage program to those kids. Like Texas has not been scared to discuss their plans for name, image, and likeness to current players and to recruits as well. And that's massive. I mean, if you get offered a scholarship to play at the University of Texas, your goal is to make some money playing football. And in the past, legally, we know there's been some under-the-table shady stuff that's happened in college sports over the years. But legally, you weren't supposed to make money until you got to the NFL. Well, now there's a way to make money before you get to the NFL. I know playing in the NFL is still the ultimate goal. That's still awesome. You get to tell everybody you played in the league, and there's way more money there than there will be for name, image, and likeness in college. But, man, the chance to make money off of playing college football with the amount of work these kids put in, the blood, sweat, and tears these kids put in, that's absolutely huge. And Texas is one of, if not the biggest brands in all of college sports. And then you combine the city of Austin with that, how many local businesses there are here in Austin that will be chomping at the bit to get any Texas football player to advertise for their company. There's a chance for these young men to make a lot of money. Young men and women, right? Every student athlete at the University of Texas and all colleges across the state of Texas will be able to take advantage of this. This is going to help recruiting, not only with football, but with every UT athletic program. And that's huge. How about this, guys? I remember my co-host, Rod Babers, lifetime Longhorn, former All-American here at the University of Texas. He had brought up this study last year. This is a study that came out from Axios in May of 2020. And the title of this article, this study, was How Much College Athletes Can Earn as Social Media Influencers. And they basically came up with an estimation of how much money prominent student athletes could make on social media over the course of a year. And the guy who topped this list last year was Sam Ehlinger. And the calculations that Axios did in partnership with Open Doors calculated that Sam Ehlinger could have made $962,000 on social media posts alone. That's right. Nearly $1 million Sam Ehlinger could have made, according to their study, on social media posts only. Think about like how many car dealerships or local restaurants would love to have Sam Ehlinger endorse them. I mean, that's more money right there for Sam. But on social media alone, Sam Ehlinger, according to their study, could have made $962,000, guys. He was far and away the top earner on this list from this Axios study. Number 2, Jamar Chase, who was just the top 10 pick in the NFL draft, played at a big-time program at LSU. His potential earnings, according to this study, $263,000. That's a $700,000 difference between a guy at Texas and a guy at LSU. And we're talking about LSU here, not some scrub program. We're talking about a major brand in college football. And according to this study, Sam Ehlinger could have made $700,000 more on social media posts last year than Jamar Chase did. You've got Trey Jones on this list, who is at Duke, the point guard for Duke, right? One of the biggest, if not the biggest college basketball brands in the country. His potential earnings were $250,000 last year. And he had more followers on social media than Sam Ehlinger did last year. So basically the point is Texas brand power is massive. We know this. I'm not breaking any news to anybody, but this is like a national study that came out last year before these rules were enacted that said, hey, the quarterback at Texas can make more money than any other athlete in all of college sports. So that's huge right there. And think about Bijan Robinson here at Texas. I mean, think about any big-time athlete at the University of Texas. They're going to have the opportunity to cash in on these name, image, and likeness rules. So a monumental day for the state of Texas, but this is going to have a tremendously positive impact on the University of Texas moving forward. And once again, Texas already had a leg up by being Texas and being in Austin, but the fact that Texas has been preparing for this. They created this leverage program, part of the Forever Texas program, makes this even better for the University of Texas. Give some love to Chris Del Conte, man. We've talked about him a lot on this channel, and deservedly so. The job he's done at UT in the 3.5 years that he's been here has been second to none. He's been spectacular, and having the foresight to prepare for this day was awesome. Because I don't know of any other athletic department in the country that is as prepared for this news as Texas. So tip of the cap to CDC and everybody down on the 40 acres for, once again, being ready for this and having a plan in place. And you saw the reactions of a lot of student athletes on social media last night because they know, not only do they think, they know that they're about to have an opportunity to cash in starting on July 1, 2021. Big time day for the state of Texas, big time day for the University of Texas, and it's about damn time. Look, hopefully every state in the country passes some sort of law in the not too distant future. And to create a level playing field, it's probably for the best if Congress, I would say the NCAA, but I don't trust the NCAA to get it right. So we'll stick to Congress here. If they pass like a universal law to create a level playing field for name, image, and likeness rules. But man, these kids have deserved to make money on their name, image, and likeness for a long, long time. I'm glad it's finally happening. And tip of the cap to the Texas government for overwhelmingly agreeing to pass this bill. And once again, it was signed by Governor Abbott last night. So there you go. My thoughts on the name, image, and likeness ruling that was passed here in the state of Texas last night. Would love to hear from y'all. Comment below with your thoughts. How much does this benefit the University of Texas? If you're an A&M fan, if you're a Texas Tech fan, a TCU fan, a Baylor fan, I want to hear from you as well. Hit me in the comments below. And also, I'll take your ideas for future videos on this channel. I do this channel for y'all. I make these videos for the people. So if there's something you want to hear, please let me know, and I will try to accommodate your request. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate the continued love. Appreciate the continued support. Once again, use code BK10 at checkout for 10% off your purchase at laststandhats.com. And treat people well, man. Be nice to people out there, all right? You never know what anybody is going through at any time, so be nice to everybody at all the time. All the time. That's Jeff Kavanaugh right there in Dallas, 105.3 The Fan. He says that a lot. Great advice right there. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. Listen to the Triple Option with RBKD every weekday from 3 to 7. And like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet. Until next time, y'all stay safe, y'all stay healthy, and hook 'em.